we fire up another match. And it's already existing House of Mana MTG. All right. Shrink. Looking for us. They have not created it yet, but they will. Hey, thank you, Thorn. I've got 2 monitors that are the same size. The camera's pointing in a slightly different direction. So once we get the art up in this section, we can have power and stuff like that behind us. It'll be more encouraging for better play, perhaps. All right, that is for us. Okay, so this is match number 3. Turn 1, Utopia Sprawl. Excuse me. So turn 1, Utopia Sprawl. Turn 2, we are up to 3 mana. We are on the draw, however. I'm not going to draw any conclusions from the fact that if we won the die roll, that we won the match. You know, just saying. Oh, like the literal layout myself? That was me. So when I did it before, it was just like a black screen. So all I did different is, like, when you're building your different stuff, and it's like, okay, put my webcam in the corner, put my display capture here, put my title. Because the how you put the stuff in order on OBS determines how you put stuff like top to bottom is like what's on top and what's on top of the other layer. As long as like you make your background image just like a different colorful thing, and I threw it all the way at the bottom, that's literally all I did. Okay, this makes me think amulet type stuff. As long as I started with like a colorful, just like basically image in the background and then built everything up on top of that, that's literally all I did. So, Cleansing Wildfire. Let's start with that. Kill your fancy land. And see what we draw. Maybe we draw a burn spell to mess with Sakura Tribe Scout. Oh, that's funny. No, but we could kill it next turn. So let's play this. I can't do any more right now. But that Renin 6 could shoot Sakura Tribe Scout down. So that's just something to be thinking of. Or they literally just drop a Titan on us. Yep. Explore. Okay, so they don't have it yet, but it's coming. Now, how sick would this be? You have Dryad Arbor to hop out and block. All right, so as good as Bloodbraid Elf, or I'm sorry, as good as it feels like Bloodbraid Elf hitting something hot, I think what I would rather do instead is let's play. Okay, let's Cleansing Wildfire the Field of the Dead, or alternately the Garenbrig, because that puts them farther away from casting the Titan. And then I will just cast a Renin 6 and shoot this dude. a red, green, bang. Okay. So now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could also go get I could play 1, 2, 3, 4 into 3. No. One, 2, 3, 4. I can have 5 mana, but I could also potentially have 7 mana, but I don't think that's good enough. So let's go for the value. Sure, I have Scavenging Ooze. And let's get an Arbor Elf going. Let's get some attacking going. And then we have a Sakura Tribe Elder we could eat over there. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm pretty sure I can Chandra into Questing Beast. Into that. So 2, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll eat your dude. Attack for 10. That seems okay. I like that Questing Beast can't be stopped by Field of the Dead, right? You cannot be blocked by creatures power 2 or less. So that part of it's cool. Okay, so Amulet is going to have an artifact I want to blow up. They did have a lot of basics, but they also have cards I would say that I want to mess with. Relic, not so much. Grafdigger's Cage. Cindervines makes sense. Now, why do you like Boil? Because with Boil, do they both have that same Dryad that makes all of their land? Okay, the green-white deck we just played had Dryad. I wasn't sure if this deck also had Dryad. I'm not as familiar with Modern. So, Amulet. Okay, yep, 4 Dryad, got it. So yeah, so let's bring in the Cindervines, let's bring in the Abrade. Fair enough. We'll bring in the Boil. So what don't we want? Is Bone Crusher Giant not good enough here? Does it just get outclassed? Is it better or worse? Is Lightning Bolt bad? Because at least Bone Crusher Giant could be a 4-power attacker. I think Klothys still probably has value. Maybe just trim off a little bit. I could see that. We could trim a lightning bolt. We could trim a crusher. We could trim a blood moon for value. So Clothis, they're not going to necessarily live out of the grave. So maybe, yeah, Clothis we could also trim. I think I want the blood moon though, but I have to submit. Maybe over that. Cleansing Wildfire back in, trim another bolt, submit. Did we do it? I think I submitted in time. I did. Bravo. All right, so we're looking at the double forest Wrenn and 6 Cindervine hand. They mulliganed. I think I have to mulligan. This looks better. Stomping Ground, Arbor Elf, and of this stuff, I think Clothis goes. I mean, Wrenn and 6 is all there. We want an Arbor Elf, because then I have 1, 2 mana. Wrenn and 6, if I find a fetch land, I'm good to go. All right. They're mulliganing to 5. So that's another thing. For each time they mulligan down, it's like that many less cards they're going to have overall. And potentially I could set up, that's what I was going to say. Okay, if they had a scout. All right, so what does Cindervines take to do? 1 and sack. There's the Dryad. Okay, so my thought is we could just get oh, you're an enchantment. That is interesting. Do I kill the enchantment? No. I kill the more dangerous card, I think. Because I can get bigger than this. Potentially. I think it's the amulet that's going to be more of a potential thing I can't deal with. Because I can get a Scavenging Ooze and pumping it up. I'm 1 mana away from Bloodbraid into something. Wrenn and 6. Okay, I could Wrenn and 6 and get that land back, and then I know I'm going to hit Bloodbraid Elf next turn. That's also worthwhile. I think the decision tree between Amulet and the Dryad as choices to hit, I also could have waited. No, because then playing a land I can't respond to, and then they'll get the trigger off Amulet, and then they get what they wanted anyway. So I think it just made sense to take it out when I could. Okay. No attacks. It's a bold strategy. Let's get ourselves an Arbor Elf. So they know out of the 2 cards in hand, we know one of them is Teleria West. Summoner's Pact. Do they have enough to go right now? They didn't cast Summoner's Pact. They just have Summoner's Pact. Okay. That's something to be mindful of, is that they didn't actually go. I'm glad I did not use... So they have 2, 4, 6, 7 mana available. Okay. So the question is, how do they use the pact that we know they have? I mean, they can use it now to go get Titan. Cast Titan. And so they need to be able to pay for their pact next turn. So it's going to be interesting what lands they choose to set up, because I don't feel like they're in position necessarily. Well, they don't have the artifact to be able to fully combo me here. And then I can follow up with a Scavenging Ooze that can eat 2 creatures right now, get to 4/4. We do need a little bit more. I was going to say, what's the card in their hand? They had Summoner's Pact. They drew for the turn. Summoner's Pact into Titan, cast Titan. So there is still unknown card in hand as they're searching library. I mean, if they don't necessarily get a second basic forest, we could draw like Blood Moon here as a way to mess with their ability to pay for Pact. I do wonder if with the Wrenn and 6, well, I was going to say, should we have like a Ghost Quarter effect? But when you have Blood Moon, and we already have Cleansing Wildfire, and Cleansing Wildfire giving them basics, maybe that's a similar scenario where I give them basics, and then I'm messing with it, right? Target creature gains haste. Well, crap. And now they have their Field for the Dead, and they also have double green. So we need not Wooded Foothills. I was going to suggest they do have to pay for packs, though. Just click through. Just click through the turn. You know, you could. So 3. Pump this. So I can currently pump twice to get Scavenging Ooze to a 4. Three, 4, 5. They're all attacking me. Based on that, maybe Bloodroot Elf should have attacked. Crumbling Vestige. Return a card to your hand. Did I untap the same one twice? Nice job. I think I did untap the same one twice. So that was just messing it up. And then this couldn't clear 2s? No, got a Summoner's Pact. So maybe I should have blocked with Blood Rado. Nice basic. Sorry, but your voice makes me sick. Well, that's too bad, Gumbledore. There is a mute function that you could use if you wanted to. So I think I'll bring the Blood Moon back in. Collector Oof isn't... I don't think Collector Oof is what I want. The lightning bolts are definitely unimpressive. So maybe Cleansing Wildfire and Blood Moon back in. And then the lightning bolts are just woof. Let's go with that. So we lost the middle one. Unless we will play first. Turn 1, Arbor Elf. Turn 2, need some help. It's 5 mana, 3 mana, 4 mana. I think we have to mulligan. Alright, this seems better. The Cleansing Wildfire Blood Moon, not a plan. So I'm going to keep, and I'm going to ship the Cleansing Wildfire. Start with that. Radiant Fountain, sure. Amulet of Vigor. So the question is, do I do what I did last time and just take out the amulet? Lull them into a sense of security, and then we can hit them with Blood Moon then. The answer is no, I should have done it the way I did. So 1, 2. It's Bloodbraid Elf into a... Let's cast full price. Okay, maybe we can get aggro here, because we could follow up with a Questing Beast. What does this take? 2 green, green. So they can still tap their mana for anything they want, but they can't get the value out of that one. Two, 4, 5. We just have to hope this slows them down. Because they still can tap all their mana. And then next turn we have Questing Beast that Questing Beast can't be blocked. So they had the Force of Vigor. Exiling Primeval Titan is interesting. Still had all these Radiant Fountains. Still had this other Primeval Titan. Okay. Still had all these Valakuts. Yeah. Play a land for the turn. Gun you down. Not bad, not bad. We did.